You know what we gonna do?
What the fuck are you talking about, gun? What are you talking about?
Is available by shuttle to Grand Central.
Shut your candy ass up. Can't stop it.
Authority
Come
bus terminal.
on. Go f*** y'all niggas. Y'all niggas think it's a game, huh? They got some f***ing joke?
Ain't no fighting scenes like Man of Steel, bro. I ain't see it yet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
On the table, they operating to save you. It's like an angel came to you, safe from the heavens above. They think they're crazy, but they ain't crazy. Let's face it, shit, basically they just playing sick games. Shit, they ain't saying shit's brain 50. A to the K, get in the way. I bring drain and with me and turn his day into fucking mayhem. You stay with me? Don't let me lose you. I'm not trying to confuse you. When I let loose with this Uzi and just shoot through you with Zuzu. You get the message, am I getting through to you? You know what's coming, you motherfuckers don't even know to.
What's going on, you bitch made ass niggas, you bitch made ass bitches, you real ass niggas, and you real ass bitches? We back in the spot, nigga. Cracking the 80s, bitch. Episode 57?
Episode 57, the Clay Matthews episode.
You had that one ready, huh? You knew.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, I was prepared today, motherfucker. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that one ready. Shout out to you for that, man.
I did some research. This is the Big White Boy episode 57. Clay Matthews. Remember Clay Matthews? That nigga used to be fucking shit up in the middle. Pause if necessary. Big White Boy. Shout out to the Big White Boys out there.
Hey, yo, what the fuck is going on with you today, man?
Come on, God. Big White Boys can't get no love. The Shane Gillises of the world, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucking...
Say the white boys. You ain't got to put no size on them.
Shout out to the white boys, man. We back.
Yeah, there you go.
That nigga said big white boys, nigga. Crazy.
Yeah, that nigga sounded crazy.
Man,
Like,
God.
nigga, who is you even referring to, bro?
Yeah.
The football players, you know what I'm saying? Like Clay Matthews, that's a big white boy right there. That's you know what I mean, Brian Urlacher. Them guys. JJ Watt. No, I'm off here. I'm off.
By size, yeah, they are the B word, but you ain't gotta say it. We know. It's just out to all the, you know, you could have said in shape.
Shout out to all my in shape white boys out there, you know what I'm saying? This episode is for y'all niggas, episode 57.
The my is what's crazy though. The my is what's
like
it's the precision. I'm putting the
precision. The my is
okay.
ridiculous.
Yeah, bro. What we doing? All right.
Hey, my niggas.
Let's get on with it, man.
Shout out to all my niggas out there, man. Welcome back to the show. This is cracking the motherfucking 80s. We back. We motherfucking back, man. Episode 57, we back in this bitch. Hey, we here. The guys is here. We all here. 5-2 is here. I'm here. I'm him. Mars is in this bitch. Drugs is in this bitch. How you doing, fellas? How y'all niggas is doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man.
Feeling good out here. Feeling good.
Blessed, man. Blessed. So
Blessed. I feel blessed. Way up, I feel blessed. Shout out to y'all, man. It's cracking the motherfucking 80s. And if you ain't running with it, run from it, motherfucker. All right? Fucking go, man. Episode 57. This shit feels good. We still kicking ass, taking names, slapping ass, taking dames. You know what I'm saying? I thought y'all niggas was gonna jump in, throw some more bars on there for me. But we good. We can end it with the 2 bars right there. End it with the first 2, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we straight.
We straight, all right. I seen a lot of TV this week, man. I watched a lot of TV and movies. Y'all want to just jump right into just how our weeks went? I'm saying this.
Of course.
How the week went along?
Definitely want to hear how your week went, bro. I know it's exciting.
Yeah, I did a lot of shit this week, man. I ain't gonna front. Most recently, I went ahead and seen that Super Mario Brother Peak movie, man.
I told your ass, nigga.
Man,
I told you.
Man.
Peak. I told you.
Super Mario Brother Peak. And I mean, is it spoiler alert? Can we spoil it by this point?
Nah, don't spoil it, please.
My bad, my brother.
Damn, drugs.
Next pod, bro. I promise. I'm gonna go see it before the next pod.
Jesus Christ, drugs.
I mean, well, you won't be disappointed. Like we mentioned last week, everything you can expect and more is what to anticipate when you're going to see that shit, man. Characters are great, scenes are great. Donkey Kong was great. Shout out to Seth Rogen, that nigga funny. Everything about it was amazing, man. There's no part of the movie.
That nigga said my dad thinks I'm a joke. Yeah, so does my dad. Yeah, but your dad is right.
But your dad is right. Fucking hilarious, man. I just wanted to mention the one thing that I appreciated about the movie. Of course, everything was amazing. Like dialogue, writing, everything was great. They did it perfectly. Like I have no complaints. I wanted to mention I appreciated how the movie started. The opening scene, without spoiling it, we see Bowser first. You know what I mean? And it sets off the movie. It sets off what we're about to expect, what we can anticipate, because, you know what I mean, he's the antagonist, he's the villain in the movie. And usually, you start a movie off with the villain is to let you know, yo, this nigga means business. He's a badass. You know what I mean? For everybody that isn't aware, I mean, I don't know who you would be who isn't aware of the Super Mario Brothers lore at this point, but it introduces you to the bad guy who we need to stop right off the bat. And it's fucking great. So Drugs, you check it out. We could actually do a deep dive on that next pod as much as we can without spoiling it further and whatever we haven't already talked about. But
Yes, definitely.
it's reminiscent of to me how it starts. It reminded me so much of how Infinity War started, the Marvel Avengers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We open up that movie, and coincidentally, I actually watched this week. The Russo brothers had the GOAT, the great, the legend Zack Synder on their podcast, Pizza Film School.
They had the myth, the man, the myth, the legend.
The legend himself. You know what I mean? The chupacabra of America himself. He was on there, and they were actually talking about, of course, his Snyder cut, his films, and they were getting into their geeky, nerdy bag about being a director, and I was nerding out on that shit. I'm not gonna front. I really appreciated that the convo they had, but it was just coincidence that happened this week, and I actually watched both Endgame and Infinity War this week just cause I wanted to rewatch some shits. So I made it.
Endgame was trash, right?
You know what's crazy? I didn't even finish Endgame when I was watching that shit the second time just now this week. I finished Infinity War, and I got through like halfway through Endgame, and I did realize the pacing of it was a little different than Infinity War.
Bro, it's a completely different movie.
Yeah, they were trying to do a lot more like comedy in this shit. Like,
bro, mad goofy shit was in that movie.
Yeah, and you know why? It's because it was centered around Ant-Man, I think. Not him directly, but his realm and his powers. And I mean, he was the focal point of it in terms of the powers they were using to progress the movie along. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but they kind of did it because they made it to where, like, remember the original plot, like I told you, Ant-Man was supposed to go throughout the quantum realm, go to the future, and find the right way to make a time to have the time machine, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But then they just gave it to Stark. Stark just found out how to do time travel in like 5 minutes.
And I was about to say that the whole scene when, you know what I mean, Hulk is there with, I think, Black Widow, and the first time where they test out the machine before Tony even pulls up, you know what I mean? And then that's when he pulls up because him and Captain America is beefing, and they first meet each other outside, and they're like, he turned into a baby, didn't he? And then the next scene was him fixing the machine right away, and now they're fucking traveling through time. And it was just like, I see where you were trying to progress this shit, but it happened fast. For a 3.5 hour movie, that happened pretty fucking fast.
Yeah. You can't do shit like that. Not in a comic book movie, bro. You have to explain, bro. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to give the deets, bro. Like, we giving our money to see how well you guys put the details of these characters in these movies. Bro, we don't want to spend our bread to go see a fucking, like a cliche ass superhero movie. Fucking Superman just fucking knocking niggas out and he win and movie ends. Like, bro, we don't want to see that.
Yeah. I think they relied heavily on comedic dialogue through that entire movie. Cause Infinity War was just so fire compared to that. So I could see how they don't add up, especially that being a continuation. it's just like, yo, damn, this is how y'all decided to end it. But I don't know. The Pizza Film School podcast is dope though. Like that was my first introduction to it. Great enough that it was Zach on there. Man, it was a part on the shit though. Like I would say, y'all definitely check it out if you just into anything creative. Anytime I was watching it, anything he was saying about being a director and his process and how he creates, it was just reminding me of how I make music and shit as a producer, being a nigga that is, you know what I mean, I want this pulled back a little bit more, or I actually, damn, he didn't do it how I needed. I need to do it myself. He was talking about like, as a director, it's kind of frowned upon if you are the one operating the camera as well, because they look at that like, yo, it's the operator's job. Let him do his job. Don't overstep. But I think he was talking about filming Dawn of the Dead, one of his earlier movies, and it was a scene where he said it just wasn't coming to fruition how he seen it in his mind. Like the camera operator was supposed to go over like this manhole and look down into it, but how it was done, he wasn't pulling it off right. So Zach was like, yo, and it was cool to see how he explained, like, yo, in that world, in the film world, you have like it's teams of everything, which of course I understood, but I guess not actually being a part of that world, I didn't really comprehend how that works. I just assumed the director did everything. Clearly they can't, but that was just where my brain was taking it. But he was just saying like how, I think he said it was a DP or somebody on set that was like, yo, let Zach do it. He had his man that knew him through, I guess, like film school, or just knew how fire he was. And he was like, yo, let Zach get a crack at it. You know what I mean? So Zach, you know what I mean, get out the director chair and he takes the camera and he has to get the shot perfectly. Instead of running forward with the camera, he had to like flip the camera backward on his shoulder and run forward with it to give the impression that he's going backward. And then he had to do like this move. I was just like, yo, damn, son, this nigga is the GOAT. It just put me in the mindset of making a beat. Like, yo, wow, like it's the same concept, it's just different mediums. You know what I'm saying? I thought that shit was fire, bro. Then Mars, remember he was telling you, yeah, well, go ahead. He was talking about how he did the Batman scenes with the hands.
With his hands, yeah. Because he said certain actors don't really get the whole how to do certain shit on camera with their hands, so he has to, you know.
I thought that was important, bro. Not to cut you off, but as a producer, like you making music with a nigga, you might give him a. He was saying there's some actors, and they were both saying it, the Russos and him. He was saying there's some actors that are amazing at one thing, but you try to give them advice on another thing for your vision, and they might shut down. They may not take the criticism right, so it'll fuck the whole movie up. You know what I mean? It'll derail that day of shooting. So he was just like, yo. He decided to all of the scenes where it was close up on hands, specifically Batman in his Batmobile, he had to do them shits himself because he knew he was the only person that knew what it should look like. But yeah, go ahead, Mars. What he was talking about on that shit?
If I watched part 1 and part 2, and then that man, bro, he pays attention to Twitter a lot. Okay, he pays attention to all the memes. He pays attention to a lot of shit. And there was two questions they asked him. They asked him about, I forgot what the fuck they asked him about. Fuck, it was something that he like brought up the fact that he was like, you know, we're in this little cul-de-sac, which was crazy he used that word because Aaron Sarnoff used that word to describe his trilogy after Justice League came out. Like, oh, that Zack story's finished. It's just a little cul-de-sac. A cul-de-sac means like a little area that's just like that's just like that's it. Like there's no other like a little.
This is where it ends, like a dead end almost.
Dead end, yeah, right. And then they asked him his favorite director, and he said Martin Scorsese, which was like mad left field. I didn't expect him to say that at all.
Yeah. So
it was like, do you pay attention to memes, bro? You know that we use Martin Scorsese to describe you all the time.
Yeah. See, I mean, that's exactly what we was talking about last week with Illumination and how they understand how to make that Mario movie so great. He taps into the culture of the person online that's talking about the film and the motherfucking the consumer that needs the shit to be super accurate. He falls on both sides, which is rare for a director in Hollywood to pay attention to what the people want, but also still get the depiction of your film accurately too,
Right.
and not compromise either side. It takes a lot, man. Like I got another profound respect for this nigga Zach after watching this. I could honestly say I did join a new religion this week as well. I'm a Zack Snyder cultist.
Welcome to the game. Welcome to the game.
Yeah, I drank the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? We here now. This is life now.
And next weekend is the event.
SnyderCon
next weekend.
Yeesh.
We here.
So, and the wild shit is, right, I was in space, and shout out to my boy Skywalker and my son Leon and Sammy.
You know Luke? I didn't know you know Luke.
Not Luke Skywalker. Is dude part of the he started the whole sell Zack Snyder Justice League, the Netflix campaign. I'll be on space with them talking shit or whatever. But and this kind of proves my point. This guy has a whole big budget film coming out for Netflix in December, but yet he's doing press for Justice League. You don't find that weird?
I mean,
he's been that whole interview was press for Justice League.
And I was gonna say that was how they promoted the interview. Like the marketing of that Russo's Brother pod was Zack Snyder to discuss Snyderverse.
Right.
And that wasn't even majority of the pod. It was like
not even in part two, bro. Not even in part two.
Oh, wow. See?
Wow.
I mean,
so it's just like, what the fuck is going on? You have a whole. Usually, he like I said, he could have had a SnyderCon. I was telling him his space this. I'm sorry, I didn't have the discussion with y'all, but I was saying like he could have did a SnyderCon, a regular SnyderCon, right? Which he's had plenty of regular SnyderCons that was just like targeted towards his filmography. You understand what I'm saying? Not really just a certain film. Like he would answer questions about everything, but this one is specifically targeted for Justice League. When you have a whole big ass budget film coming out with Netflix and a video game. Side note, the creator of the Halo franchise left Microsoft and now is working for Netflix, which kind of alludes that nigga's making the Rubber Moon video game that Zach talked about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But yeah, you have a whole franchise coming out with Netflix, but yet you're doing press for Justice League, a 2-year-old film. This should have been a thing maybe a year ago. That same year, if anything.
I found it cool within that same this is just last looks on this topic, but it was cool to see how he mentioned, when my movies came out, two things. I thought it was dope how everything you explained on the pod, how they've been fucking him over, all of that stuff. It was cool to hear it come from the horse's mouth per se, but he did it in like a real classy way. Like, yeah, they be shitting on me, they be changing my shit, but I'm still that nigga. Like, I still could get my visions off.
When he said that BVS, that was the second one, you didn't see it. He said 80% of revenue for Batman v Superman came from the Ultimate Edition DVD sales. You do the math on that, they made $4 billion with that fucking movie, bro.
Yeah. And that goes hand in hand, because that was like the Blu-ray run, right? Like that goes hand in hand with how he was explaining, when the movie first came out, people didn't even know there was an IMAX version of this shit.
Right.
And then he went on to say, like, and I mean, that was because, of course, the studio was doing bullshit. But then he went on to say, what the fuck? What was I about to say? He said people didn't know there was an IMAX version of it. Oh, and he was saying how, because the movie was so long, in the IMAX version, he intentionally added like an intermission, like an actual, I mean, like you go into a Broadway play, you get like the first half and then you get like a little 15, 30-minute intermission to do your thing, go to the bathroom, get your snacks, then come back. He said originally that's how he made the movie to be, because that's how it was supposed to be viewed in theaters. But then when it came out, what was that, during the pandemic, right? Pandemic year, he put it.
Oh, you're talking about Justice League.
Justice League, yeah.
Yeah, right. And he also was saying that they couldn't do the episode thing because they would have to pay each actor per episode.
Yeah. He was saying, like, then it could have been broken down to, all right, if we don't want to do the intermission for the HBO Max premiere, maybe we could do it episodically, but then, we couldn't do that because then that would mean we would have to pay the actors per episode, and it was just like, all right, so this is how we're going to do it. I thought that was pretty fucking dope. Like, just hearing that behind-the-scenes insight of how came out with the distribution, like how he chose to release it, man. But if y'all into that type of stuff, and I said, even if you're not a director, or if you're not into film that much, if you're a creative in any aspect, it's important to watch that. Or I think it's important to watch that because you could draw parallels to whatever you do in your craft to how somebody at the top like him and the Russo brothers make the shit that we love, our fucking favorite superheroes in film and doing the shit right.
Right.
How you feel about the Russo brothers saying they open to directing a film in James Gunn DCU?
They just said that to be nice. They don't think about going to that nigga. If here's the thing, you know what? You wanna know how they don't give a fuck about James Gunn? Because if they did, they have a whole podcast about directors, right? This whole season about directors. James Gunn's not on that list. Mind you, he just got a new job as a DC head, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, yeah,
Doesn't make any sense.
Not lying.
Nope. So
shout out to the Russo brothers.
Shout out to the Russo brothers. But you find it weird, right? I found it weird. Well, not find it weird, but it's kind of like poetry. You see how they use two things. Sorry. You see how how the Russo brothers, right? Infinity War Endgame. You see how they took Zack's original plan, the 5-year time skip. Iron Man sacrificing himself like Batman was supposed to sacrifice himself to Darkseid. They know that they took Zack's shit. Not purposely. The notes that was given to them was that of Zack's idea.
You think they knew at that point when they got the notes?
No, they had no idea. They had no idea. I don't believe. But they probably wondered because why the fuck do we have to change our movie up? Why do you have to change our movie up? Why are we naming it Endgame when our plan was Infinity Gauntlet? We wanted Thanos to chase the Avengers throughout time. Why was that not? Why we can't do that? Why do we have to? What is this? Then they found out, and you'll never see Russo brothers again back at Marvel.
I'm more inclined to believe that's true now after watching the interview, just because hearing them how they explain their process, how they go, they were saying like they do a lot of their shit. They keep the cameras rolling and they just throw different. They don't like to give too much advice on set to actors because, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, some actors might take it personally or get offended or it might shut down. They were just saying they keep the cameras rolling. They may throw out like, hey, all right, now try this one a little bit more angrier and make sure it's visible. So I could see how they could just get a note from the studio and incorporate it into their shit and then be like, yo, wait, hold up. As they get to that part, it's like, yo, hold on now. This ain't what the fuck we had. They might have like a storyboard that was already created and they get to what the notes were. And this is like,
their whole work ethic shows that they describe themselves as shows in Infinity War. It doesn't show in Endgame.
Yeah. And I agree. But I mean, shout out to the Russo brothers. Shout out to Zack Snyder.
And Zack gave one more hint of him coming back. The nigga said, it was supposed to be a 10 years of Darkseid on planet Earth. So he changed it. You noticed that, right? Did you peep that?
No,
it went from 5 years to 10 years. In his original script, it was a 5-year time skip into the future where the apocalyptic world with Batman and them, Cyborg, the Flash, Mirror, and the Joker, right? In the interview, he said it's 10 years.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Right, because the actors are older. It's damn near been 10 years since he actually had the motherfuckers on film together. So it kind of would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just fire, man. It's dope. I just love hearing about that type of stuff. Because like I said, comparing it to music like which we do, it was me putting myself in their shoes. Like, all right, I'm in the studio. I got these artists pulling up for a song. And I got to direct them. Part of producing is, if you're a good producer, is directing niggas on what to say, how to say it, knowing who you're speaking to, knowing how to give them the advice without them take. It's knowing your fucking personnel. It's like a coach, bro. You got to know who you're talking to, and
right.
It goes through every industry. You know what I'm saying? If that's the type of shit you're doing, it connects all across the board. So
yeah,
go check that shit out if y'all like anything creative.
Now, mind you
could get some.
James Gunn is such a fucking. He's such an insecure asshole. The same day that the podcast comes out, you know, this nigga posted a picture of the script for Superman Legacy.
He's just a sucker, bro. There's people in this world that, and this is a public service announcement. It's people in this world, bro, that get to these positions for whatever reason, nepotism, their talent. They be corny people at their core. Like, at heart, that's just a corny move. And that was another thing that I appreciated about this interview. I got to see Zach as a person. That's a cool ass nigga, bro. Like,
Oh yeah.
I was watching this shit like, yo, why I like this nigga so much? He busting jokes. I'm like, yo, this nigga cool, son. This nigga cool, and he's talented. Like, wow, I can see
Doing
doing
commercials. You know, since he was youngin. I'm surprised
Harrison Ford commercials. That's where it connected to the Batman.
I'm surprised they didn't talk about his Michael Jordan shit.
And that's another interview for another time, man.
Yeah, word. I'm surprised of that. Word, I'm really surprised. But look how it comes full circle though. He did a movie for Michael Jordan, right? Like a little kids movie type thing, an infomercial or whatever you want to call it. No, it was a movie. To be like that was a documentary movie, right? No, it was. It wasn't a commercial.
Yeah, we could let's just say it was.
Right.
For the sake.
And his good old friend Ben Affleck just did a what?
Michael Jordan movie.
Oh, look how I come around though.
Playground video. It's called Playground. Yeah. 1990 Playground. It has. I wanted to see what the runtime was. I can't find it right here, but if I had to say, I would say this is like a documentary.
Yeah.
Shout out to the guys, man. Shout out to the guys. I know that was a long rendition of what I did from my week. Did y'all niggas get into anything cool this week? I just watched a lot of NBA playoffs, so I was inside this week.
Street Fighter 6 demo I played the other day. It's alright. I wish the demo had more to it. But
what is it like an official demo release, or you got like some kind of sneak? Nah,
it's an official demo release. Xbox players are getting their demo on the 26th, so look out for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A lot of love. And you said it wasn't. It was just cool. Like, what about
it? It was cool. I mean, there's an RPG element to it where you create your own character. You walk around the streets of 42nd Street, beating people up. That was fun. You go fight random motherfuckers walking on the street with suits on and ties and shit, chicks and all. You just pop on them and they go fight. And like you'll pop on a nigga and they go engage, and it turns to the Street Fighter scene, the 2v2, the 1v1 shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Niggas just get into a hole, bro. I mean, that's typically how it happens. You walking down 40 deuce, you see a random nigga might bump you, step on your kicks. It could go down like that. It could go down like that.
Realistic, very realistic.
Right. Shit might go. Nigga got boxing gloves on. You run into ball rob.
They had a showcase on the 20th. Shout out to Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne hosted the event. He was just there doing, he was reading a fucking prompter and shit. But
Lil Wayne been out here recently. He on tour right now, actually.
That's crazy.
I actually was I was looking, cause I be going to shows and shit. And I get emails about whether certain artists are gonna be in the city, and I seen Wayne. I was like, oh shit, Wayne. And I think it's called the Carter. I think he performing like just Carter records.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of fire. Shout out to Wayne, man. Wayne out here. Wayne is out here, man. Where we want to go here? I mean, this is a question that I seen. I don't even remember where I came across this question, but I think we might have had this discussion briefly before on the pod, or maybe it was off pod, maybe it was live. I can't remember, but fellas, I wanted to bring the question to the podcast. We love 50 Cent. Can we agree? All of us, we love 50. 50 is
Definitely,
the guy. He's that man.
Of course. 50 is the GOAT, man.
I mean, we watch his shows. We watch Power. I like to pause when I say Power nowadays, because I know Mars we want to get his shit off. So
I'm disappointed in Tariq this week. I'm disappointed in him. Shout out to Effie.
I mean, we gonna get there. We gonna get there, but
I'm just disappointed in him. I'm highly disappointed in him. His Corleone name has been revoked.
Took his card from him.
The new Corleone around town is Kane. So, which it should have been respectfully.
Anyways, so
yep.
50, we love 50, man, but Get Rich or Die Trying, arguably like one of the best rap albums ever in history, front to back, every album, every song on there. Every song on there has been played on the radio at least once, literally every one of them. And it just led me to think. I forget where the question came from, but I was wondering, yo, what are your top 5 favorite songs off Get Rich or Die Trying, son? Top 5.
Top 5
including singles, including radio records, whatever you wanted to pick.
in order.
Bonus tracks too.
Any track that's on that album, bonus tracks. Because I mean, Life on the Line was the only bonus, but it doesn't have to be in order. It could be. You know what I mean.
You're Not Like Me. You're Not Like Me is kind of a bonus too.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is because that was on what, like Power of the Dollar first.
Yeah.
I love how they put bonus tracks, Ja Rule this and
Winkster, because Winkster's part of the 8 Mile soundtrack.
Oh yeah, you're right. So what y'all think? What y'all think your top 5s is? I think I could go with my top 5. All right, go ahead.
I'm going to go. The first one is going to be If I Can't.
Number 1?
This is in order?
Let's put it in order. Yes, let's just go with in order.
In order? Okay. In order? Fuck. In order? Fuck. All right. All right.
It's difficult, man. I mean, what do you think? What you think we should do? Drugs in order or not in order? Because I don't think I really have an order, but I can put them in order if I had to.
No, it's because you can't put it in order because every song is fire. Every song's a 10 out of 10. No song's better than the other song.
True.
I don't think no song is better than the song on an album. I think every song is like a 10, but it's on the same level of a 10. Like there's no 10. It's like all 100 Fire Flames. Each song is like the most balanced, perfect album. I don't think no song is. That's why I personally can't because it's like
nigga saying a lot to stall. Nigga, what's your list, B?
It's because it's just like fuck. Because like as of lately, Bloodhound is my shit.
Hey man, give us 5, bro. Give us 5. Put them in order too. We gonna put the pressure on you. Put them in order.
Put them in order. Fuck you, bitch.
Put them in order.
I love the hook on Bloodhound is fucking amazing. I love the push crack. Love my 2 chefs, but Joe will hear me though. That shit is hard. Bloodhound. If I Can't, number 3. Number 4.
Wait, what was number 1?
If I Can't.
So what was number 2?
Heat, Bloodhound, If I Can't.
Okay.
And that's 7, 8, and 9 on the fucking thing. Fuck. Your life's on the line.
Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong at all with that.
And
I had the paramedics wrap your fucking head like a Hindu.
That beat is fucking. Shout out to Trackmasters. God damn, it's putting out some classics. Fuck.
You got what? One more.
And one more. Fuck it. I'm going Polo Rich.
Polo Rich. Okay. So what was your list? You had Heat,
Bloodhound,
If I Can't,
Life's on the Line.
Life's on the Line, and Polo Rich.
Yep.
Okay. You can't go wrong with that. Man. My list, honestly, I only got one song on my list that's on your shit. For me.
What's that?
For me, number 1, What Up Gangsta. Like, just the way that shit starts, the beat, the hook. G-Unit. Whoa, we in here. Whoa, we gonna get the drama popping. We don't care. It's going down. When I'm man, what? Fire. Number 2, I'm going with Heat as well. Heat is just... You can't listen to Heat if you get into an argument with a nigga, because you might be liable to fucking shoot that nigga, bro. You're gonna get into road rage for sure. Don't let a nigga cut you off when he is playing. Cause I get tired of looking for you. Spray your mama crib and let your ass look for me. You feel me? Like, number 3, I gotta go Patiently Waiting, bro.
Them songs are kind of burnt out for me.
That's cause they so good, nigga. Like,
it's not that they're good. It's just like they are good, but
you heard them a lot.
I heard too much
To be my
favorite.
Good, nigga.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah. Yeah.
And I cannot have Eminem. You take some big and some Pac and you mix them up in a pot, sprinkle a little Big L on top. What the fuck? That nigga said, yo, what he said?
They're
Them
crazy, but
cowards
they
meant
ain't
to hear.
crazy.
Nigga said them.
They're crazy, but they ain't crazy. They ain't saying shit. They ain't crazy. Oh my god.
Take A to the can and the way I bring Dre in with me, you turn this day into fucking mayhem. You playing with me? Yeah, he bodied that. Number 4, I'm going You Not Like Me. Gotta go You Not Like Me on there. And 5, I'm going Life's on the Line, man. Bonus track. We got What Up Gangsta, Heat, Patiently Waiting, You Not Like Me, and Life's on the Line, man.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go
These
wrong.
cats always hit reality when they rhyme.
Can't go wrong with that shit. Drugs. What you thinking, bro? What you thinking?
They got a fast car, NASCAR. TVs in the dashboard. See, I'm in
I
the
don't
5
know.
with stock rims. I just crashed.
I don't know if I could give the right order, so I'm gonna just give a 5. Definitely if I can't.
Okay.
2 is Heat.
Universally, Heat is number 2 on all our shits.
Yeah,
That
Heat
doesn't mean
was
we love Heat, but we don't want to put it number 1. That's how I feel.
I'll put Heat number 1. It was my favorite song, like when the album first came out. Like,
But if I
but
can't, it's something special though. If I can't, it's like one of the songs that should have got a video, should have got a single. It's just one of
yeah,
those. It's one of those
definitely.
like it's one of his best songs ever made. Honestly.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Yeah.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
That nigga Dollar G went crazy.
mm-mm. Yeah, he
That
went
shit is.
wild on that shit. All right,
Yeah,
so
he went.
you got 2 more. Wait, no, 3 more. You got Heat and I Can't. If I Can't, 3 more.
21 questions for sure.
Okay.
R.I.P. Nate Dogg.
R.I.P. Nate. 21 Questions and PIMP were 2 of the records that was fire as singles, but just how you said Heat, no, whatever record it was that I mentioned that you said, yo, I can't put it on there because it got played out. That's how I feel about those 2 records. And,
Last 2, I think I'm gonna just go with the obvious. I'm gonna go with Many Men and High All the Time.
Many Men.
Yeah.
I know a lot of niggas have Many Men number 1 on their list.
I ain't gonna
Can't go
lie.
wrong.
Wait, it's another one. Don't Push Me. Don't Push Me. Yeah, it might be Don't Push Me instead of High All the Time.
You got Banks and Eminem on the feature. You can't go wrong with that, bro.
Yeah.
Banks and M.
But that's in no particular order though. That's just my 5.
Order.
What you call it?
No in the club. I'm surprised. I thought somebody would put in the club.
That shit is fucking.
I feel like it's automatic though. Like I feel like In the Club is just
I guess that's like putting
it's In the
MJ
Club.
on your top 3. Like, all right, we know it's MJ, bro.
Right.
Can we get another 3?
Exactly.
I get it. A lot of love.
Even when the album came out though, In the Club wasn't the song I would always skip In the Club.
I think maybe for me, if I did that back in the day, it's because I heard it so much on the radio and shit. It was like,
that's what I'm saying. Like that shit was on the radio. Like that shit was the radio.
I don't want to judge that for why I don't put it on the list nowadays, because I could understand that back then, but now it's like, yo, stand the test of time. That shit's still fire.
Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is. But it's just I experienced that song so much, I'm tired of experiencing it. Like I said, Bloodhound, I never used to re-listen to like that.
True. And in the club, you got to experience that bitch multiple places, in the car, in the whip.
In the car, right. You
club,
outside.
literally.
At that time, nigga, you could be outside, nigga, and 10 different cars is playing that song.
Yeah. Car wash, that shit bumping.
That shit bumping. That shit was everywhere, bro. That shit was like, I don't think there's no rapper ever in the history of rap that has that impact that 50 had when he came out.
Nah, impossible. I don't think it'll ever be another.
Yeah, he was like God. Yeah. He believes he's God. He was like God. He was like, it was some shit that is unprecedented. Like the nigga was, that album is crazy. You actually look back at it, that shit ain't even age.
So 872,000 copies in the first week.
Bro, the shit didn't even age. The shit is still fire like it was back in the. You know how they say, like, that term age like fine wine? That shit didn't age. That shit is still fire. Like it's still on fire.
Still the same age?
Yeah, it's still the same fire that it was in 02, 03. Still the same fire.
I'm just
Nothing
looking
changed.
at the accolades it got, bro. 872,000 in the first week, 822,000 in the second week.
Damn.
By the
He
end
was
of the
doing
year,
Tupac numbers.
nigga better than Pac. Nigga, at the end of the year, it sold 12 million.
What?
Mm-hmm. By the end of the year, and it came
Yeah.
out in February, so it had like a full year.
Right. Yo, I imagine like you not knowing about 50 Cent, right? Like at that day and age, like at that time, and then you found out. Let's say you found out about the album like in like November. Your mind had to explode.
You was in like Iowa, that shit just touched down.
Yeah, word. It's like, yo, what the fuck is this?
What's this nigga? But so we mentioned all these 5 records and shit, our favorites. So around this time as well, 50 building G Unit, Banks was dropping heat, G Unit dropping records together with Joe. Anytime Joe got on a record with the G Unit, it was like a hit. I wanna get to know you.
That is one of the most euphoric songs I've ever heard in my life.
Baby, I really gonna know you. Beg for
That
Mercy
beat,
was coming
that
out.
beat is amazing. The beat is amazing.
Yeah,
the
fire.
beat is amazing.
But it was a little controversy at this time too. They added Game to the label, or Game was added to the label, to the collective. 50 helped him write a couple of songs, and it led me to ask the question, like, yo, do you think 50 wrote his best records for Game? This Is How We Do, West Side Story. You know what I'm saying? Hate It or Love It. Are those better records than what's on Get Rich or Die Trying?
I don't know.
But why not? Like, I mean, if I had to say, Hate It or Love It might arguably be a better record than a lot of songs on Get Rich.
What?
Hate It or Love It, bro?
Nah, I don't think so.
Coming up, I was confused. My mama kissing the girl.
Nope, I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Not even a little bit, bro.
No.
Crip
I think
niggas, blood niggas.
Those were all massacre cuts, I believe. I believe those were all like future songs for the massacre.
Man. So this is why I asked, because I'm just saying, we know 50 Game, the history behind that. It never really, I think even today, they still ain't really like on good terms, or not what it once was, or whatever that was. But I don't know, man. I was just listening to the documentary the other day, which is a fucking classic as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, is documentary up there with Get Rich?
No.
No?
No.
Damn.
No.
Think about what's on the documentary though, bro. Dreams, Put You On Game, Higher, I Can Take You Higher, Start From Scratch.
It's a good album. Yes, a great West Coast album. 100%. I love it, but it's not Get Rich or Die Trying. It's not.
I guess that was an open and shut case, Johnson.
Niggas wasn't wearing Chucks when the documentary came out.
Niggas had on them wife beaters though. Them
niggas still definitely had on Niggas definitely had on them G and the white beaters, my boy. Don't fuck around.
I don't know. I wasn't on the West Coast though. I don't know if niggas might have had like, you know what I'm saying, niggas might have had some Chuck tees on.
They might have. But they already was wearing that though.
Yeah, that's true. That was already part of the attire.
Yeah, that was a part of the conglomerate. That was a part of the situation.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of love.
Niggas in New York though, we was just bumping. This is how we was literally just bumping. How he put Lamborghini doors on his Escalade. We didn't give a fuck about the game. We didn't give a fuck about the game.
Lamborghini doors on my Escalade.
We didn't give a fuck about the game. We didn't care about the game. We cared about the Lamborghini doors on that Escalade.
I ain't gonna front that line right there, bro. That shit set that record off, son. For real.
Yo, when this is a park, you should start the video at his verse.
For real, I don't remember that, but if they did,
yeah, they
used
to. Yeah, that ass. Yeah, there'd be the hook. It'd be his hook. It is purple haze in my lungs. I'm a Lamborghini dogs in my Escalade. That was it. That's how. Because it was number one. Like for like.
Oh yeah. So the number one videos, they was just giving you like the hook.
Yeah, the hook and the verse. Right. That's it.
Y'all niggas ever went to 106 in Park, like to a live taping?
I did. I have.
Yeah, I went one time.
I went and Tiny and Toy was up there when they was doing a TV show. This was years ago. Remember the Tiny and Toy show?
Wow.
Yeah, I was up there during that time. I went. We left school like around 12ish. Studio was fucking small. If you find the episode, I'm right behind Toy's ass. I'm right there. I'm sitting down. I'm on the plateau. I'm on the shit right there, sitting down.
On the steps. The shit where you
steps,
can sit.
Nigga. Yeah, I was on the steps. Yeah. I'm one of them niggas. You heard?
I was
was
on
trying to find
the bleachers at the top part.
Oh yeah.
That was a wild setup when you think about. So I was on there on like a Freestyle Friday.
Oh, you
Day.
lucky bastard! That was on like a Tuesday. This was a weird timing.
Yeah, it was like a Freestyle Friday. I went. Me and my sister pulled up. Damn, it's so crazy. This was years ago, son. But this was back, and I don't even remember where it originally was. If it was ever on 106 in Park, but this is when I went. They was near like 51st or some shit, like 50 something. I know for sure it was like
That office building looking shit.
Yeah, to where it was close to the West Side Highway. Like the next street over was 10th Ave, and it was West Side Highway right there, like right by the water and shit. So, damn, 106 in Park, classic time in hip hop, man. We celebrating 50 years of hip hop this year, man. It is just crazy. It's the amount of shit that hip hop has birthed. Like the shows, the content, the dialogue, the lingo. Like hip hop changed the fucking world, son. The world, Craig, not just the city, the state, the country. This shit changed the world. Coming from niggas in the Bronx and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas in the city just living fucked up and documenting that shit through words and poetry. It's crazy shit when you think about it, where it is now.
Right.
Some crazy shit, son. Some crazy, crazy shit. Shout out to hip hop. We got to do, you know what I mean, 50 years of hip hop this year. We got to do like a little something. I don't know.
Yeah, we got to do something special for hip hop, man.
Something
I don't know. When we hit episode 60, we'll do something special for hip hop.
It should have. Well, it couldn't have been 50. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That would have been fire.
We got to do the 50 on the 60. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because we so far ahead of the times. I mean, we got to go 10 episodes into the future before we could talk about that.
Right. You know what I mean? So, you know,
makes sense.
The season we are right now, 1981, hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense, bro. Makes a lot of sense.
That makes sense sometimes.
A lot of sense, man. Let's see what we could get into now. We could save all of this other AI stuff for next week. Let's see here. Y'all wanna get into some of these shows? Y'all wanna get into the Wu-Tang? I know y'all finished the series of Wu-Tang. Is that the series finale or was it just this season finale?
That's the series finale. That's it.
Series finale, bro.
No more.
Crazy.
Dunzo. Y'all wanna get into that? I know y'all been, you know what I mean, telling the people y'all wanted to do a deep dive on it. You know what I'm saying? Just about the entire thing. And I mean, it goes hand in hand with a lot of our content on this pod. Like we put up that clip last week with the Biggie breakdown of the Victory lyrics. And that shit, of course it did numbers, you know what I mean? Cause we do numbers. We out here, you know what I'm saying? It's cracking the motherfucking 80s. But the comments be the one thing that I be paying attention to. Niggas in the comments be funny, especially when we post stuff like that, breaking down like lyrics. Lyrics are one thing that somebody has an opinion on and will tell you, nah, it ain't that, it's this. I don't know if y'all peep the comments. Like, niggas was like, yo, y'all reaching, it ain't that, it ain't this.
When Nas literally came out and said him and Biggie was coming at each other.
You know how people don't be doing the knowledge, bro, but I feel like it just connects well with the Wu, that era, that time period, hip-hop, like, yeah, y'all niggas want to get into it a little bit? A little Wu-Tang? I mean, what would y'all discuss? Just the entire series itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead, do your thing. Because this is one of them shows that I want to watch. I haven't found a way to get to it yet. Like I said, I've watched bits and pieces of the show, but not enough to where I can understand what's going on.
I will say this. The first season is still great. I still fuck with it, but I don't think it's as good as like the later seasons, like the last season type shit. Like,
yeah,
it was just, I don't know. It wasn't really developed yet. You could kind of tell everybody was like trying to figure out their characters as far as like, but
yeah.
I think mid second season, I think it was mid second season, but around the top of second season, you could start getting a better like gist of like who they are and like them as the characters and shit like that.
This right here, this is actually pretty cool. What this article says. This is from Anscape. I never even heard of this platform, but RZA always envisioned the Wu-Tang albums he produced from 1993 to 97 as films. I was always trying to make movies as a producer for people to put the tape in their car, said RZA. I wanted people to experience it like a movie as they was headed somewhere listening to my music. Do y'all think like they did a great representation of that in the show?
I think they did a beautiful representation. It's funny. I'm off on a tangent, but Mars, I was randomly scrolling on my YouTube, and my algorithm brought me to a Vlad video. Not to shout that nigga out, but Raekwon was on there, and like the title was basically about Devon. I don't know if you've seen that,
Yes,
but
I did.
I didn't watch it yet though. I'm gonna watch it.
Very interesting. I'm not going to give you too much juice on it, but very interesting.
Devon being
RZA brother.
RZA brother.
okay.
He was the one that was pretty much managing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was
But I
signing the
feel
deals.
the show, and I know for a fact it's from RZA's perspective because it's like the blunt, honest truth. I believe that show was kind of very accurate to certain shit.
The reason why I would, and this is me as an outside nigga not watching, the reason why I would be led to believe that may be true is because how much everybody came out that was in the group saying how, yeah, that was kind of how it was, but it wasn't as accurate. When you hear that, that's a nigga, well, in my opinion, when you hear that, that's somebody that was depicted a certain way that they didn't like it maybe, or maybe a specific thing that they knew exactly how it went down and didn't get described like that, so they might have felt the way, so they came out against it like, yeah, it was cool, but it wasn't exactly like that.
The only thing I know for a fact that wasn't true was the beef between Raekwon and Ghostface. That was not real at all. I think they just did that to make their relationship come together in a better manner.
Yeah.
You know
They wrote a story. They wrote a fucking story to make it
but
even better when they do become cool.
But
it's like an overcoming beef.
Right, but as they're up, like when they're Wu-Tang Clan and that, I feel like that was very accurate to how them niggas actually was. Because it just makes sense that that's what happened.
And it makes sense.
Go ahead. You talking about when he shot up his crib? You don't think that happened?
No, that wasn't real. No. Yeah, Ghostface came out and said that. No, they were never beefing. They never had beef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they never had beef.
That does make for better television, though.
Yeah,
it just like I said, it just makes the better. You know what I'm saying? Makes Raekwon and Ghost seem more. These niggas was trying to kill each other. Now they making the best rap albums up. You know, it just sounds good. But that wasn't.
Fire.
And I could also see how if that wasn't true and it's your man, you would come out and be like, "Well, it wasn't like that, son. Like, come on, God. And then RZA on the side of like, yeah, but niggas like this, and this made us sell some episodes,
right? But I do believe that as they were Wu-Tang, like the Wu-Tang Clan, when they became the Wu-Tang, every storyline after that was 100% accurate.
Yeah.
100% accurate. I honestly feel it. And what makes it even more accurate to me was the fact that RZA knows that after Wu-Tang Forever came out, Wu-Tang was dead. And that's when the show ends. The show ends after they do Wu-Tang Forever.
Yeah, I'm reading through this article here. RZA and Raekwon frequently butted heads over the future of Wu-Tang Clan, and that tension was brought to life in the scene from the series. It says here, in the scene, tensions ride high as RZA and Raekwon clash over the direction of Wu-Tang, specifically the group's 1997 album Wu-Tang Forever. Yeah, coming off their landmark debut, 93, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, RZA sought to change the Staten Island's group's musical direction, utilizing a studio orchestra in the recording process of their sophomore LP, which threw off some of their other members. So explain that. Do they show that in the movie? Like, I mean, in the series where they mention a studio orchestra. I'm not sure how they depicted that in the show.
Yeah, it was a few. It was like a whole.
Yeah, he had the whole orchestra in the crib.
In the crib, yeah.
He's like, yo, this is right here. It says, Ray asking RZA, yo, where's the hip hop? Come on, son. Why you changing our shit up, man?
Nigga, Ray, first off, Ray pulled up. Like in that scene, you could see he pulled up with like an attitude, bro. Nigga pulled up, his face was like screwed up. He had the nice bends, all that. I'm like, bro, why the more money these niggas get, or like the more bigger they get, the more pissed they seem.
Speak on that. That's pretty interesting though.
That's real shit though.
Yeah, like I noticed it, bro. Like after I saw that scene, cause I felt it a little bit, but when I saw that scene specifically, I even told my boy, he ain't even notice it. I'm like, yo, bro, go back and look at the beginning of the episode when Ray pulled up in the red Benz. He got out, bro. He got out like he was like fucking like he had beef somewhere still. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was still
He
in the
got out like he
hood.
was
Like,
coming to set some shit off.
right, bro.
He'll
He
set
pulled
this
up to
bitch
their
out.
mansion in the woods, bro. In Staten Island, bro. Like there's nobody like why you pulled up like
He
that?
pulled up with static to the woods.
Yeah, so I just thought that was a little sus. And then, to my surprise, later, as the episode progressed, you could see Ray giving this nigga mad attitude. Like, he's like pissed. And, yeah, bro. As soon as he walked in the crib and seen the orchestra, he was like ready to fight, bro. He was ready to go off. Bro, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this, son? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, RZA trying to beg this nigga to understand. I just didn't really understand why Ray, like why it didn't get to him music wise. Like, what was it that wasn't clicking for him?
Clicking. Let me see. If I could, on the outside looking in, not watching the show, not knowing too much of the history of the Wu, and just outside looking in, looking at Ray, Ghost, and them niggas of who their personality shows them to be. And at that time in the early 90s, they wildin', and of course you got niggas like Biggie out, Nas and shit, West Coast doing their thing. I looked at that as Ray trying to be like, yo, son. And I'm looking at it right here. It says, I'm not sure if this looks like a quote from Ray. He said, yo, we should stick to your brand and make it even bigger, even grittier. You know what I mean? Oh, wait. I don't think this is Ray. But like some real movie shit. You went to LA and came back on this Hollywood shit. The Abbott replies, which is, I'm assuming RZA the Abbott. I hear you. Let me ask you, though. What does the Wu and Wu Tang stand for?
Yeah,
Witty, unpredictable. I'm always moving forward in evolution. We do this right, and this tree planet will stand for 100 years. Basically, this shows me that RZA had the vision. Ray was too focused on where they were personally at that moment. From the hood, just got some bread. They want to stick to that hood shit. The streets are showing them love. They coming up in a time where niggas in the streets is doing their thing. RZA was trying to, as a producer, to me, I would probably look at that and be like, yo, he's trying to make them get bigger, but the actual niggas that's making the music and rapping, they real shit, the street shit was like, yo, this is what we do. This is what we know. All that other shit you trying to put us onto, eventually we seeing it end up working, but at the time, niggas might be like, yo, what's all this fancy shit you trying to get niggas into, son? Fuck that. Guys, that's just what I assumed.
Like I said, man, I feel like them niggas, man. And my mother, she binge watched. She was on vacation the other day, and she's a hardcore, hip hopian. You know what I mean? If that's a word. But she was saying like, so they blew up pretty fucking fast, Javon. Like when Video Music Box came out, we used to she used to watch videos and shit. She was like you saw the video for METHOD Man, and then it was just like the week after it was like Protect Your Neck came out. Like they blew up mad after Protect Your Neck came out, they blew up. Like they was just like there wasn't even a month of them niggas being out where they blew up mad quick.
Yeah.
So like the experience and how everything happened so fast for them, I could understand why, they moved a certain way. And she was saying like, she think it's best that they all ventured out and had their own shit because they were all different. None of them were the same.
Yeah.
Like at all. None of them were the same.
right.
And I was like, yeah, I agree with you for the most part, but I feel like the brotherhood, the camaraderie would have been stronger if they just would have stayed together and not ventured off. Like you could have, why none of their solo albums is under the Wu-Tang imprint?
Business.
Yeah, that's what. It's weird, bro.
Yeah, like why would you not want that though? Like, let's say me and Drugs, we start a label, right? Us three start a label. I'm not gonna want to fucking venture off and do a fucking deal with fucking Sony or fucking not why. You know what I'm saying? It just that's not. We splitting up the money.
Right.
I'm gonna get a money from them, but it's a front. But I gotta pay them niggas back that shit. For what?
Did them niggas fuck with each other prior to being a group?
Not really, no.
That's why. There you go, right there.
Well, my thing is this though. Y'all niggas see y'all make magic together. Why not say fuck it?
Niggas be selfish, bro. That shit don't
That's
really
what it
work
is.
like
And,
that.
and niggas was entitled. That's why I said Method Man fucked that shit up. He fucked that shit up.
Speak on that, cause we see.
It wasn't his fault though.
It
I
wasn't.
don't blame him. I don't blame him, but we see Method is the only nigga on the Biggie album, which at the time Biggie was shooting at these niggas. So just kind of go over how something like that would even become a thing. And I could see why that lead into niggas like, yo, I don't really fuck with these niggas like that.
Right.
And that's
even
a
down,
ass song.
even down
Meth
to
was
even
just
down.
a superstar, bro, from off rip. Like, he was a
Understandable.
superstar.
Understandable, but I feel like, and that's what we had this conversation all the time where we say like he had like one of the illest images as a rapper, like his
bro, till this day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has one of the best images of a rapper. Like he is like there's
cold,
Biggie,
bro.
Pac.
He's cold.
It might be Biggie, Pac, and Method Man as far as like the iconic rap look.
Yeah,
right.
He looked like a rapper, like
bro.
He looks like a fucking
rapper in Power, bro.
Yeah, he does.
Like
Power?
as the lawyer.
Davis.
Yeah.
I was trying to provoke this nigga Mars.
Yeah,
52 years old. Damn, son. That nigga in shape like that.
Bro, I swear I
gotta
just
get my
seen
shit
him
up.
rapping. He was rapping in a video doing a feature for somebody. I
Nigga,
was like,
speak
bro,
on it.
this
Banks,
nigga-
nigga. You ain't hear this record?
was Banks?
101 Razor? This shit right here, bro.
Oh,
Hell
that's what it
yeah.
was.
This shit is fire, nigga.
Right.
Banks and Method Man on the record, nigga.
Yeah, I heard that song. That song was like Method Man kind of got busy on that shit.
Kinda, nigga. He body Banks on the shit. I ain't never seen a nigga body Banks so crazy.
Yeah,
like
he did body bag. I didn't want to say that, but he did kind of.
I didn't want to say it either, but damn, son.
Man, shout out to Meth, man. Shout out to
Shout
the
out to
whole
Banks.
thing, bro.
Shout out to
Right.
Banks for still putting shit out.
Yeah, okay.
PLK, nigga.
Come on, man.
Damn.
But I was saying, like, Method Man having his deal and all that kind of made them niggas entitled to have their own shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Made
But
them feel like,
I understand it. It's just it's whack, but I get it.
Now I get it too, 100%. I get it
it's
too.
really just how the business was set up. Remember, ODB off rip wanted to be signed to Def Jam. Method Man was already on Def Jam. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Yeah. That's
Then
how that
Ghostface
shit
ended up
go.
signing to Def Jam. Shit's crazy. I think he signed after his first album, after his second. Supreme Clientele's on the Def Jam, I believe. Which I was listening to Supreme Clientele the other day. Like, shit, the whole week I was in Supreme Clientele. That shit might be the best Wu-Tang album, son. Like, solo album, might be the best one.
Better than Only Built?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah. It's better than Only. And I was shocked when I Supreme Clientele, I see why niggas say it's that. I saw niggas saying it's better than the Blueprint. And I'm like,
I mean, there's points to be made on there, man. That's Sheshe Lagos is on. No, that's not Supreme Clientele. That's on like Fish Scale or some shit.
What the song with him and You God? Tony,
Yeah.
That's Supreme Clientele.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see that one right there is the Ghostface Killer. Yeah, they did their thing on that. These niggas. Now I'm just peeping my phone. I'm looking at in real time niggas commenting on the post. Nigga Mars is flaming niggas in the comments.
Yo, the nigga said they beef stems from Reasonable Doubt.
In real
What the
time,
fuck are you talking about?
In real
said
time,
what?
folks, you guys listening, in real time, Mars is going at it with niggas in the comments on YouTube.
The
Wait, he
nigga said
what?
Jay-Z and Nas beef stems from Nas standing Hove up from Reasonable Doubt. So you talking about some shit from 96, you
What?
talking about some shit from 97, 98? And that's the reason why when the nigga did you not listen? People don't watch the video. I think people are stupid.
Yeah.
I think so too.
They're stupid. You missed the part where I said in the commission you're asking permission to hit him.
I
Who's part?
love that niggas could just be wrong and loud on the internet. Like,
Yo, that shit is crazy to me.
Yeah, bro.
they be like that the comment, bro. Niggas was like, me, see, now you reaching. That clearly isn't this because of. And it's like, yo, how do you know? None of us really know, but how do you know it's this? Like,
Yeah, Biggie and Nas was throwing shots at each other, but that's not why I started. So what the fuck are we talking about here, bro? What are we talking about?
shout that nigga out. Diss that nigga. What's that nigga name? What's that nigga real name?
I don't know what that
man?
idiot name is, man.
Fuck you, nigga.
The fucking these niggas a fucking tard, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that on the air.
Fuck all you
He's a
hoes.
tard. He's a tard. Okay, he's
Fuck all
not
you
really
hoes.
he's not really a slow motion person. He's not really a dur, but he's a tard. We don't know. He might be a dur.
White man can't jump. They're making it over, man. Y'all seen the trailer? Oh shit! R.I.P. Lance Reddick. I didn't know, bro, was in this.
Lance Reddick is in that movie.
Yeah. Did y'all see the trailer?
I didn't watch it on purpose.
Trailer of Trash.
I bumped into the trailer and I turned it off.
Nigga was walking down the block. That shit just came out of the corner. Yo, look, trailer. Nigga just slapped. Nigga stiff on that shit. Nah, I'm good.
Yep, hit the next corner.
Damn, this shit looks really bad, man. I'm not gonna lie. Jack Harlow is starring in it with my man. What's his name? Sonequa Walls. I've seen him in other shit before. Let me see.
You said Stink by Walls. What did you say?
This nigga name is
He's in mad
Sonequa.
other shit.
He's another shit, but everything I just seen right here, I can't identify any of these things. Whatever. That guy. It looks
Wasn't
really
he in
bad though,
Power?
man.
He was in Power, bro.
Oh yeah, that's Kanan's son. That's who I know him from.
Right,
Kanan's
right.
son.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I know him from. I don't know him from nothing else but Power. That's the nigga that was fucking Tasha.
Right.
They said I'm leaving with Tasha and the kids.
Man, this shit looks bad though. As a fan of the first movie with Woody, Paws, and my man, fuck, I can't think of my nigga name. Wesley, my nigga Wesley and Woody. To see what they.
I'm a huge fan of that movie. That's one of my favorite movies all time. This ain't it.
Yeah, this is in the same vein of the House Party remake, where they're not even changing the title up. It's just the same title.
Yeah, like what are you guys doing, bro? Pick a different name or something. Like
I wouldn't be upset if they I wouldn't be upset if they remade the movie with a different name.
Right.
Give it a different name, and now it's no nobody's anticipating anything. It would just be a movie. Yeah, it's a Hulu movie. It was supposed to be in theaters, but clearly it didn't make it to there. So it's going straight to Hulu.
Yeah, it's like a festival movie.
Yeah, shout out to Tiana Taylor. She's in this shit.
Hey, I ain't know TT was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
My nigga Schultz is in there too. Shout out to Schultzy.
Schultz.
Vince Staples is in there too. I did see Vince in the trailer.
Oh yeah, right. I think I seen him say something about
Got to the bottom of it, fam. That fast. Produced by Kenya Barris.
All right.
Written by Kenya Barris. There we go. Figured it out.
Hey, the most creative director in Hollywood right now.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the black man. The black man, Kenya Barris.
He's directing that movie?
Yeah. And written. He wrote it too.
Oh my god, bro.
How the fuck did he write a movie that already came out?
Why is he still getting hired for jobs?
Bro.
He's Hollywood's favorite black man. Favorite black producer.
Yo, next the nigga gonna do Texas Chainsaw Massacre over something.
He gonna do a new Jumanji, another new Jumanji. Call that shit Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Oh my god, bro! Like what? Like why is he still getting? Oh my god, he's
At this point, his movies is like I don't want to disrespect anybody in the film either, but like, bruh, that's starting to start like his films be looking like parodies.
Intergalactic was the best thing I seen him do.
Yeah, man. It was animated.
He didn't
You
even
know?
direct that. He produced it.
I was about to say he didn't even do that one though. He just was
Right.
like an EP on there.
EP on it. He got Kid Cudi the fucking deal at Netflix. He didn't do nothing.
Basically. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what it might
You
seem
get
like.
you get that's all you get. I'll get you the Netflix. Do you make me EP? Bet. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You have no creative control over it.
You're right.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, man. It's
Fuck, bro. This nigga, man. Damn. I'm glad. I know what's the reason why I saw the thumbnail for it, and I said no. I'm not gonna watch this.
I'm all right.
Ain't God. I'm not gonna watch. I'm not even gonna support. Give it a view. This nigga's horrible. After that, how do you put Jonah Hill in arguably the worst film to come out in the last decade?
Yeah. That was
And Eddie Murphy, you have Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill, and Neil Long, and Mike Epps, and you arguably made the worst film of the decade?
they fucked up because they promoted it like it was an fucking Eddie Murphy movie. He was barely in the shit.
Yeah.
Once I found out the nigga name was Akbar, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Jonah Hill was barely in it.
Crazy, son.
If you catch my drift,
Yeah, I'm
his
good.
comedy sense, that wasn't Jonah Hill. That was some fat white guy.
Like I said, that was Jonah Hilltop.
Yeah, that was Lauren London though, because she was bland as ever. She was just as bland. She was bland.
Oh man.
That shit is crazy, man. He's directing that. Who keeps? He knows something. He knows something about somebody in the industry that he got like. He like a black ball or some shit.
Nah,
He-
he clearly, he has some sort of like connection.
Yeah, because this shit is weird, bro. He's the worst director. He's
Like,
one of the
he's
worst
able
directors
to
of all
just
time.
put shit out. Like, I
Yeah,
never
he's
seen
just
no
able to
shit
put
like
shit out. I'm gonna make a movie. You can just do it. This shit is
Gotta
crazy.
Gotta be a great position to be in, though.
that. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna just make this shit right here. Y'all gonna greenlight it? Bet. What's the
Right.
story?
Damn.
You got any storyboards? No, I'm
It's
gonna
about
get y'all
niggas.
later.
It's about niggas and white people. Like the nigga has nothing special. It's the same shit. It's
Yeah,
literally the same
niggas,
shit.
Niggas and white people. Niggas stupid.
That's it. That's all he did. It's proven though. He got Blackish. He got what's the other shit he did? Other TV show shit he did.
Mixed-ish. All the issues.
Mix-ish. All the issues, right? He got the movie
Grownish.
he got the movie with the black Muslim chick dating a white Jew. Now he's doing White Man Can't Jump. These niggas will be what is it? Is it a gay love story on the low?
Yeah.
It's
Is
wild
that-
that you just broke that down like that. Even though I knew, even the titles in the movie, it's like, yo, what? This is
Yeah.
all you do.
That's all you do. That's all you thrive off of.
And I
Meanwhile,
don't even want to say it's all he do. It's might all they allow him to do, and he just does it because, like, I mean, do it, get your money. But if niggas is looking to you in Hollywood for a specific thing, I would feel away. Like, oh, you think
Has
I'm the
he
nigga
ever
that's
been
just gonna give y'all this
this
mediocre?
goes back. I'm gonna go deep with this. This goes back to the conversation we had about people who don't come from it speaking on it. Has this nigga ever been racially profiled by the cops? Or by white people before? We need to find that out.
Yeah, we gotta see. I don't know what's. I don't want to
I don't know his backstory, but we need to find that out. Because if
We
you
gotta
haven't, nigga, what the fuck
investigate.
you making content about it for?
Yeah, we might have to
Just
do
be a
some
happy nigga.
investigation.
Just be a happy nigga. Look at John Singleton.
Just be happy.
I'm pretty sure John Singleton has been called a nigger, he's been pulled over for no reason. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. Is he making content like that?
I mean, he's making some of the best content, though. R.I.P. to the legend. We might as well
Right,
get
but he
into it
hasn't.
right
Baby
now.
Boy wasn't racially motivated. Boys in the Hood wasn't racially motivated.
Nah, it really wasn't.
It had undertones of it, but that wasn't the direction of the film.
That wasn't the direction of the film
Nah.
at all.
John,
That nigga even had a black recruit. That nigga even had a black recruit come get Ricky. Wasn't even a white man.
This is the difference between being of it and it being in you. When you being in you and not being on you, as in like you could research some shit and put together a nice story of what you think it might be. When you come from the shit, you know the nuances of, all right, he wouldn't say that right there because that's not realistic. That joke wouldn't be cracked right there because that's not realistic. Singleton, he gonna give you the real.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, we seen the real, man.
R.I.P.
Snowfall.
Singleton, bro.
R.I.P. to John. They made John proud with this Snowfall finale, man. Let's just get right into it, drugs.
Yeah, bro.
They made him proud, and they made me proud, man.
Amazing, man. I literally shed a tear on this one. I'm not gonna lie to y'all niggas.
It was a beautiful episode, man. A nice way to put a button on the entire series. I know as we watched the last season in real time, we had some harsh words for it, and rightfully so, because they might have fucked it up in terms of a couple of episodes what we were watching and what we were used to. But they brought it back around in this season 6. I can't say any episode was bad. I loved every episode. Maybe the one episode where like episode 2 or 3. I can't remember which one it was. Might have been like episode 3, but
All right.
Came to an end, man. They put a button on it perfectly. They show you the rise and fall of somebody in the dope game. They show you how all of the characters that were involved, where they ended up, where their lives going. I mean, it's true. It's pretty true to reality, and for the most part, we finally got Peaches back. I don't even really like how they brought Peaches back, but we got a Peaches sighting.
I guess
after what, like 2 seasons?
Yeah.
You said what?
I said I guess that's how they had to bring him up though.
Yeah.
That he disappeared so fast and out of nowhere. I guess it made sense though.
It made a lot of sense. In the way they wrote him in like what, last season, he took off with this bread, which I didn't really believe. I thought that was a plot hole back then, but they kind of filled it up with how they did it now. Franklin losing all and is trying to get bread. He thought, all right, let me go find Peaches. I know he stole some of my money. Found him, and he's a junkie on a chair. And it's like, all right, I can see how they brought that back. Like, it kind of makes sense. But you wanna just get into a little breakdown of what we see in this episode? We start Franklin at the bar, frantic as ever. He on the phone with V, telling her what happened, what his mom did, what happened with Teddy. They ain't got the bread. As soon as V heard they ain't got the bread, like, we knew she was in this shit for the money from the jump.
Yeah, I think everybody that found out or came up on the show or was a fan of the show realized that V wasn't a genuine person or character or whatever. But at the same time, I believe Franklin did tell V to leave.
He did multiple times.
Yeah, like if it,
Which should have been another clear indicator of her being around for specific motives. You know what I'm saying? Like, she even disowned her moms for that bread. Like, she let her moms, she was like, yo, fuck moms. This nigga got the bread. Let me stick by him until I could get my hands on it.
Right.
And the way they introduced V to the show was like she was just put in the fucking script.
Literally came out of nowhere, bro.
And this was a main character. So that right there, if the writing ended up being what it turned out to, that made sense. We see Franklin. Basically, this entire episode is him understanding he's lost it all and trying to get it back however he could. He pulls up on Leon again, tells Leon, hey, man, like, and every time we see Franklin, this nigga is looking sweaty, looking man stinky, looking fucking dirty and shit. Frantic in the face, nigga, looking upset in the face.
Crazy, bro.
Busted lip. Like, crazy, bro. He asking Leon, yo, I know you just gave me $500K. How much more you got left? Leon lets him know, I got about 3 M's left, bro. Franklin get hyped, like, yes. He start trying to put a little scheme together. Right. And Leon is just looking at him like, bro, like,
nah, nigga. Like, that's
nigga,
enough.
you for real? Nigga.
Yeah, like, nigga, that's enough of the schemes, bro.
It's a wrap, bro. You done, nigga. You cut off.
Yeah.
He start dissing his moms in front of Leon. Leon like, yo, you know why she did that, son? Like, I'm kind of on her side. Like, bro, you fucking wildin', nigga. Like, you all bugged out. Leon got the Jerry curl. I see mad tweets that was saying, oh, yo, when you take your uncle's Jerry curl after the funeral, it was this nigga fucking Leon with the same Jerry curl that this nigga Jerome had. That shit was funny. This nigga Franklin pulled the strap on Leon. Actually, remember he pulled the strap on that nigga. When Leon told him he wasn't gonna give him the bread, nigga pulled the whole strap.
Oh,
nigga
yeah.
Pulled the strap on that nigga, not giving a fuck.
On some crackhead shit. Like,
it looked like the murder weapon. Where he did look like
the whole gang of the projects in the crib. Nigga still try to do that. That's
Niggas
hilarious.
still on some like legit crackhead shit. Like niggas knowing he not gonna do it, but they just looking at him like, yo, this nigga wildin', son. Look at him. The whole episode was this niggas looking at Franklin like, yo, look at him. Look at this nigga. Didn't we tell him it was gonna end like this? Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, man, it's fucked up. It's some funny ass lines though from this episode where the fucking DA nigga is trailing Franklin, and he pulls him over and he starts giving Franklin the business like, yo, we gonna get you. And Franklin at this point has nothing to lose. He's like, yo, nigga, you Uncle Tom ass nigga, get the fuck out of here. Do it, nigga. I ain't got nothing to lose. Do something, bitch. The nigga pulled the gun out on Franklin. He like, yo, use it, son. Use it, bro. Uncle Tom ass nigga, and he drives off on him. Wanda going back to Africa. That shit was funny. Wanda telling Leon she going back to Africa.
They both went back to Africa.
No, they didn't. Remember
when Leon came, he was like, you. Franklin was like, yo, what he was saying? Like, you
you
keep
left, and
going
you came back, and you back again. Yeah.
But
this was. But remember,
look how he was dressed. Look how he was.
It was a time skip.
Yeah, it was.
It was a 2-year time skip before that. Because remember, he was telling Wanda he wasn't going with her. She asked him. She was like, "Yo, I'm about to go back to Africa," and he was like, "All right, cool." And she's like, "Yo, you're not even gonna ask me not to go?" And he like, "Nah, I got shit to do here." But then it was a 2-year skip, and that's when he came back in the hood, and that's when he you know what I mean, he pull up to Franklin old crib, and his fucking liquor bottles in the front yard, grass overgrown, and he got the hood niggas in front, the little niggas pull up on Leon like, yo, what you rep, nigga? Where you from? He like, yo, nah, man, I just used to live around here. Why that always work in the hood movies or the hood shows where a nigga that used to live there come back and run into the new niggas that run the block, and they press him, and he like, yo, nah, I just used to live here. Why do they always go for that? Like, niggas know they be telling the truth. Niggas be like, oh, all right, we gonna give him a pass.
It's the truth, though.
It usually be the truth.
Leon ain't pull up on nothing. He just wanted, you know,
he just want to see his shit.
He saw what the little homies was on. He wasn't even trying to get into that.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to sum it all up. What freedom, quote unquote, or being free in America is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Franklin said that
too.
He
said, sleeping on the train, bro.
Man,
word. You know what I'm saying? The guy used to be sleeping in front of the, you know what I'm saying? When Macy's is closed on 42nd.
In the motherfucking cold.
34th. Right.
Is that the true American dream, nigga? I seen, shout out to my nigga Flo. This nigga tweeted, let me see if I can find it. He said, yo, since the finale, every time I see a homeless person, I can't help but think, damn, that nigga might have been up 73 M's at one point. Which is real, son. Like, you never know what these niggas that fall on bad terms, where they life was at once upon a time. Nigga could have been up 70 M's at one point, bro.
Right.
And nigga just lost it all. But within that, Franklin was free and he was happy than a motherfucker. He joking, he cracking jokes. He ain't got no teeth and he got a dirty wife beater on. He lost his house. He got evicted. Yo, the funny shit is when Leon pull up on him at the crib, he knock on the door. Franklin come out and he just standing in the doorway. He said, well, come in if you coming in, nigga. Nigga pull him in. He said, yo, you seen anybody out there? And Leon is like, yo, anybody watching the house? He's like, yo, anybody like who? He's like, anybody from the city, nigga, who you think? I love seeing Franklin in that light, but I hated it at the same time, though.
He was chilling his inner Denzel.
Franklin, I'm not lying. Franklin came a long way in terms of his acting career throughout this entire show, bro. Like, from the little mama's boy we seen in the first season, being green, not really knowing about the drug game, Leon being a nigga that had to put him on, to where he ended up, to where he progressed and then ended up, man, the reigns that they got from just, shout out to Damson Idris, man. The reigns my brother had in this entire show from season 1 to 6 are fucking amazing, bro. Comedy, he was like intense, everything. He had every range of acting in this fucking series. Which lead me to be like, yo, I want to watch this shit over and binge it straight through because shows are always appreciated more when you watch it that way. Like I watched Breaking Bad in a binge. Either way, I thought it would have been dope, but watching it straight through, you get to see the range of every character's development, the way they grow, where they fall, and the plot holes that we notice when we watching it episodically every week. We don't really notice if you binging because the next episode might make up for it. And I've been hearing a lot of people that's watching it for the first time now saying that season 5 that we didn't like is actually not a bad season if you're watching it in conjunction with the rest of the series. And that kind of goes back to what you were saying, Mars, how I always saying, not always, but just the narrative on the second season of The Wire being the worst. You champion that season, and I've heard in hindsight, that season is actually pretty great. Exactly how you explained it, I'll let you say it, but in conjunction with the entire series, it makes sense.
I binge watched the whole Wire. So seeing that season with everything, it made mad sense.
Yeah,
it was. I really the acting on it is like one of the best seasons of acting on the show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, your mic cracking up. You good now though?
I said it's one of the best acting I've seen on the show. That show, like that season, is superb acting. Definitely that season.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Shout out to Snowfall though, man. John Singleton would be proud. I love how at the end they put Fort John on there, cause man, I thought they was gonna let the brother down, man. It was also dope how they added references to John Singleton's life. At the end, we see Franklin walking past like a movie set with Leon, and they like, yo, what's going on over here? And Leon tell him, oh, they showing some movie. And then the famous line through John Singleton's life when he was on the set filming Boys in the Hood out there in LA, niggas was walking by saying, man, what the fuck you doing, nigga? Y'all ain't gonna win no Oscar though. So we hear Franklin's character say that to the movie director on the set. It was just really fucking good, like full circle moment. Fucking fire. But the last scene that made me, and I don't know if drugs, this is with the part where you kind of felt like the tears coming down the waterworks. Niggas started chopping onions. That last scene where they go walking around, you know what I mean? Franklin, they walking through, and Franklin is walking with Leon. We don't know where they going. They walking aimlessly. Franklin is leading him somewhere. I thought he was going to try to pop this nigga, but just the way Franklin is talking, I'm like, yeah, he was going, but they didn't mention that. They was just like, yo, just come walk with me. Right. But then we seen him go to the store where he went for. A nigga went to go get some crack. I mean, like he asked Leon when he get to the store, yo, you got 10? Can I hold 10 from you? And then they pan to the niggas on the corner selling the dope. And then you just see Leon's face like, yo, damn, son, I thought. And right at that same moment is when Leon offered him a job. Like, yo, I was just actually coming here to see. I mean, I want to offer you this job, man. I got this thing here at the shelter. Like, want to see if you wanted some work, bro. And that's when Franklin is like, yeah, yo, can I get $10 though? And Leon gave him a 20. And Franklin is hyped, like, yo, 20? Word. And he run in the store and come back. And you can see he high and shit. And this is the moment where we see the eviction notice being served, the fucking marshals and shit at the door about to bust it in. Pause. And then Franklin is just like, yo, hey, man, like, I'm finally free, bro. Like, I'm free. You my best friend in the world, bro. You ain't never left me. You ain't never leave me, like, hanging. This nigga Franklin looking decrepit in the face, like, but throughout the whole moment, you realize he has, like, a smile on his face. He looks at peace, finally. From episode 1 of season 1 to now, Franklin has always been frantic, on the run, mad shit. This is the first time we see him free in what is quite possibly the worst time in his life. The nigga eye is half, like, got a blood vessel popped in the shit. Y'all niggas ever popped a blood vessel in your eye?
No. What the fuck?
You never seen a nigga that shit happen to, like, in school? A nigga just came to school one day, the nigga eye was red. You like, yo, what the fuck happened? Oh, yo, I popped a blood vessel. I always used to be like, yo, how the fuck you did that, bro? And can you see right now? It looks like you can't see. But, great show, man. I can't believe it's done. Like, can't believe there's no more Snowfall. And the last scene we see, they put Kendrick Pride, which is the perfect fucking song to end a credit with. Nigga Franklin had his pride still. I mean, he was homeless, he was decrepit, lost everything, but he still had his pride though, which is a beautiful representation of how you should live in this fucking world, man. Like, if you got your pride, nigga, you good. No, whatever nobody says about you or what they think, it shit don't matter if you got your pride and you living in your own reality. Fuck all that. R.I.P. John Singleton, Damson Idris, shout out to you. Amin Joseph, everybody else who names I don't know off the top. Shout out to y'all. Y'all gave us some great peak television, one of the best television shows ever. Best television show ever in history on television. I think it's powerful, man. It's very powerful. Powerful, man. I think we should get into power right now, man. Nigga Jug said, "Oh, okay, I see where you going."
Mars, where you at, boy?
Mars, where you at, beloved? Yo, I think it's this time to get into power now, man.
Yes.
I don't know how much power was peaked this week, but
it was pretty good, pretty decent episode.
Episode 6, The Land of the Lies. Tariq demands answers.
Disappointed, man. He's nothing like his father.
What you think? What you thinking, buddy?
What
we see this episode, man?
If Angela, what we saw this episode, he found out. What
you think?
Last episode, he found the end of the last episode, he finds out that Lauren's alive. She came looking like a bat out of hell with a fucking box cutter knife that she got from the local warehouse spot, and pulled up on him. I don't know if he thought she was gonna stab him. I don't think she was gonna. I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. But anyway,
classic power writing.
Classic power writing. That was classic power writing. He finds out or whatever that
Effie lying to him.
Effie lying to him. So he comes back in the house with his lips all munched up and shit. Big ass.
I seen a tweet. I seen a tweet when that scene when he looking mad and shit. She laying on his lap in the bed. He like, yeah. The tweet was like, yeah, Tariq, I hate a lying ass bitch too, bro. That nigga face was just like, just upset in the face. You see that? It started with Monet confirming the body. Lorenzo really gone, man.
Most stupidest bitch.
Poppy going, man. We also seen naked Diana right at the beginning of the episode. You know what was funny about that episode? We seen that at the beginning. They start with Diana naked. I was like, oh. Then I seen who she was with. I was like, oh, this corny ass nigga, man. Fuck this nigga Salim. Oh, fuck. Whack ass nigga, man. Nigga fucking my bitch. Yo, Tariq had some words for you too this episode, bro. I don't know if you peep. All that shit you was saying on the last pod about Crimson Chin, this, all that. Tariq had some words, nigga. Remember they was in class and niggas was talking about Diana and shit. Like, oh, we could just talk about her pops. Like, this is what happened with her pops. And he had to let them niggas know, hey, yo, y'all niggas watch your fucking mouth, yo. Watch your fucking mouth, man. Like, she just lost her poppy. Don't be talking about her like that. That was for you, bro. He heard you.
I fuck with her pops.
Nigga ain't like that shit. Nigga Calvin, please, niggas.
I fuck with her pops. Pops, I told you, that nigga remind me of my grandfather. I fuck with him.
Nigga said he wasn't talking about me. He's talking about y'all niggas.
Yeah, word. I fuck with Lorenzo. Lorenzo's my nigga. Lorenzo is my nigga. Word. The show need to be about the Tejadas. That actually would have been a better spinoff.
Honestly, this is what it's about. Honestly, when you think about it,
it is. It is about them.
Tariq is just working with them. It's like they're the new fucking what's Ghost's last name? St. Patrick's. Yeah, they the new St. Patrick's. What else we see? We see Kane is suspicious of Monet. She calling the nigga stupid in his face. Yo, your dumb ass is always gonna put 2 and 2 together and get 5.
Lying to him.
Just lying.
Yeah, she know that nigga put 2 and 2 together and make 4. She know that.
She tried to diss the nigga to his face. He like,
yeah, right. He know. First off, he's not the only person who knows that she killed Lorenzo. You know the nigga from the wood. Pause. Knows that she killed Lorenzo too, right?
Who? Which
nigga from the wood? The nigga from the wood.
Which character does he play? I'm not remember. It's not coming to.
He was a nigga that was at the repass that tried to flirt with Monet.
Oh yeah. When Drew got tight.
Right? But Pete. Yeah. Kane looked at him. Kane wasn't mad. Kane looked at him like, "What you mean by that?"
Yeah.
You being funny. Why you being funny? You never made no move with my moms before. You know something, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Kane is questioning Monet. That's when she dissing them.
Right. And on top of that, at the end of the episode, when the shootout happened at the funeral, she's sitting there jacking the nigga starting a war with the Russians. We ain't got no money power to go to war with these niggas. You bugging the fuck out, bro.
She really bugging.
Meanwhile, the homo thug that killed your pops is at the fucking wedding, at the fucking funeral. That shit crazy, son. Monet need. I can't wait for her to get a bullet in the head. I want her to go. She needs to go. That
you
bitch
think they're gonna kill her off?
They should. I think Kane should push her shit back.
I don't think they're gonna kill Mary off. Not this early.
Nah,
they only in season 3.
She need to go.
Look, we see another episode where this nigga Braden getting his shit fucking beat up. Pause. Let me start that over. That was about to sound crazy. I caught myself. We got another episode. We see this nigga Braden getting his ass kicked again. Tariq popping on him right out the elevator. He putting hands on this nigga, bro. Nigga say, yo, on some WWE shit. You know, like in WWE, they showing a nigga backstage just walking, and then he just get jumped out of nowhere, and they start beating on him and shit. That's how that nigga Tariq caught Braden out the elevator. Nigga say, yo, it wasn't me, bro. Nigga say, yo, you killed my bitch. You was doing that shit. Nigga said, no. And then, of course, power writing. In the midst of this fucking violence that's going on, they're like, oh, I guess it must have been Effie, right? Yeah, it was Effie. And he just stopped beating them up. This is in the middle of what? Like, this is in the middle of the law firm? Out the elevator. He just kicking his ass. Nobody seen nothing. And then he just gets up and leaves. Classic power, bro. They need to... Braden needs to get some get back. I don't like how they be just sunning my mans every episode. His partner sunning him. The fucking bitches is sunning him.
I don't like the fact Tariq is going hard over a snitch bitch.
Over Lauren? Yeah. Effie always in that good Palm Angels fit, you know what I mean? We see Tariq drive her to the area where Lauren Carr was supposed to be like drowned at. And Tariq is like, yo, this is when they in the car and he trying to get her to spill the beans about like, yo, I got some shit I need to tell you. And Tariq tells her the same thing. He tells her about how he killed his pops and this whole situation. He's like, yo, you know, the reason why Raina is dead is because of me, all of this. So he thinks she's about to come clean about the Lauren situation. Now she started telling him about this situation that happened to her as a child, which we don't know if it's true or not. Might be false just because they might just threw that in there for him to feel sorry for her. But you know, Tariq, this is what I was thinking. He was on his Corleone shit. He didn't let that shit stop him. Although he was feeling her, he still got to the spot and was like, all right, yo, Lauren, yo, Effie, tell me what happened right here. What the fuck is up? What's up? What's going on right here? And she's lying again, and he pretty much breaks it down and figures out, yo, you lied to me, blah, blah, blah. Find your own way back, bitch. Nigga leaves her there. Nigga skirted off in the Urus. Literally. Nigga skirted off in the Urus, bro. Left her by the water. That shit was funny. I thought the episode was pretty decent, though. Oh, the funniest part, though. Best line. This nigga Kane pull up on Effie. He's like, yo. No, he pull up on Tariq. Remember when they got to move the guns?
Yeah.
He was like, yo, where's Ben Affleck and Effie? Because if you white, you Ben Affleck.
Word.
Y'all remember that line from fucking, what was it? Role Models? When my nigga McLovin and the little black kid? The little black kid was like, yo, you white, you Ben Affleck. To Paul Rudd.
Yeah, word.
Nigga kept calling him Ben Affleck.
Yo,
shout out to bro.
Yeah, I was actually watching an interview with him the other day. He was on Kev on Stage. What was this nigga name? Cosmic Kev Show.
Oh, the black kid?
Yeah, black kid, yeah.
Oh shit, I was just asking niggas what happened to bro, like.
Yeah, so now it's not Cosmic Kev. Cosmic Kev. He's all juried up and shit like that. Ice shining and shit, bro. Shout out to
nigga. Bro, man. Shout out to bro. We seen Justin Combs in this episode.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off. That shit
did piss me off. Especially the scene, like.
Yeah, it was just mad weird.
What are you doing, bro? Like, you just in the room with these two bitches, like three bitches.
I didn't want him to find out that she was fucking to me. I wanted him to die. I wanted something way more darker for his character.
Salim?
Yeah, I didn't.
Nigga went out corny. They like, yo, Diana. He pulling up to Diana. This is after she found out the news that her pops died. I forgot to mention that. Monet calls all of them and lets them know that pops died. Poppy gone. And Diana, she getting drunk in her room with Braden's sister, light skinned Keisha, and this nigga Justin Combs. Most random crew ever. Like, just random as fuck. But this is where we see Celine walking up with some flowers. Like, yo, I'm gonna go get my bitch, make her feel happy, give her some flowers. Her pops has died. And at this time, this is when Tariq just pulled up. So the other three are like, yo, let's leave him alone. No, the other two, light-skinned Keisha, Justin. No, it is three. Justin and Braden's sister. Let's leave him alone. So they walking out as Salim is in the hole with the flowers, and they looking at this nigga like, you corny nigga. Like, yo, Diana's busy.
Like, my thing is this though. Why do you have that energy at the repass?
Who, Salim?
Yeah, you was sitting there trying to fucking talk this fucking. You trying to have a college discussion with her.
I thought that shit was funny.
That shit was so. He's a fucking weirdo. He's a cop.
He gotta be something. And the funniest part was they like, yo, she's busy. He's like, with someone else? You mean like a guy? Nigga, what the fuck you think, nigga? She getting her cheeks clapped right now.
What they think about when they cast that? What was they thinking about when they cast that nigga? What was they thinking?
We gonna make
nigga. He's like the Black Randall.
Yeah, we gonna make him the cop.
Remember Randall from Recess?
Oh yeah, the snitch.
Yeah, he reminds me of him, but black.
Nigga just need a notepad.
Yeah, word. Just need a notepad and a blue shirt.
And a hunchback.
That's Randall all the way. Word.
Power is gonna power, man. Tariq got another gun in his face this episode.
Tariq is a fucking bitch. He's a fucking bitch. I'm disappointed in him. He's a bitch. You really sipping over a bitch that wore a wire over you, nigga?
That's
really?
Shorty.
That's not his fucking shorty.
He got three shorties actually.
On your ass, nigga. That's not your bitch, nigga. I told y'all niggas. If Angela wore a wire, Ghost was pushing her shit back. Facts. He was doing her filthy.
We seen Ghost. I was actually rewatching like Power 1, the first one, like just shit on YouTube. We forget we see Ghost in the opening episode of that pushing nigga shit back. First episode. From when he was in the garage and shit, nigga put his black shit on. He put his, he got to get his murder outfit on. Nigga put the gloves and pushed the nigga shit back. Episode 1. We was like, oh shit, this nigga Ghost he's the real deal. But this is Reek got another gun in his face. Noma's people flashed the heat on him. He was there standing motionless with the gun in his face again. Word to Biggie. And then we see the Russians shoot the funeral up, and nobody gets hit. Wow. But they kill it. They kill a Russian though. Drew, this nigga Drew was the motherfucking marksman. Nigga popped the nigga in the head off the retreat. This nigga was retreating. Like behind cover, killed the nigga. Bow.
Word.
That nigga got a shot, man. That nigga got
that nigga's a bitch, bro. I'm disappointed in that nigga, bro. I really am disappointed in him, bro. Like I really am, bro.
Damn, so you not on the Tariq Coleon train no more?
Nah, I'm not. It's Kane Coleon.
I hope Kane don't fuck my bitch, man. I hope he don't fuck Effie.
He is.
Don't say that, son. Don't say that, man. I'm hoping for the best here. I'm hating. That nigga pulled up to her dorm room on some, yo, I want to help you. Why you want to help me? Because you deserve to be helped. On some, oh yeah, he gonna fuck her.
Nah, that's real shit though. Like that's real shit, nigga. You got a snitch out the way, nigga. This is what was going on. Like Tariq, you showing me signs that your father was right. You not built for this shit, nigga.
When he read the note in jail, I knew you was gonna be here, little nigga.
Yeah, like you not built for this shit, bro. You not built for it, bro. You not built for it. You smart, but you not tough, bro. You not tough. That's why you don't want no smoke with Kane. Why you ain't have no smoke with Kane? Kane know you pussy. And he said that shit to Brandon too. He was like, Brandon, why you think that nigga not scared of me? He said, because you know you'll kill him. Exactly.
Yeah.
You pussy, nigga. A nigga can't say that about Ghost.
Nigga had to give Brayden a pep talk to get back in the crew after Tariq tried to kick him out and shit.
Right. There's no nigga out there that's gonna sit there and say, Ghost know I'll kill him. Who? Who said who? And if they did say that, they would be dead. And Tommy would have killed them. Who? Yeah. That's crazy that he could say that shit. And like he was saying, I don't want no problems with you. Nigga, he put the hit on your bitch. That you got all this anger towards Brandon and Effie, but you ain't got no smoke for Kane?
Nigga, no Kane to push his shit back.
You pussy, nigga. You want to push Kane shit back? You scared of Kane, bro. He's scared of Kane.
Oh, we got 4 more episodes left of the season.
He's scared of that nigga, bro. He's scared of that nigga. He's scared of Drew too. Shout out to the real niggas on Power. Drugs. I know you're not caught up like that, but the Tejadas is the real niggas, man. They the real niggas, bro.
Tejadas?
They really are though. Like, not
They
for
the real
nothing.
niggas, bro. The kids, bro. Drew and Kane, bro, are the realest niggas on Power since Ghost and Tommy, bro. No bullshit.
I always thought King was that nigga on the show though.
Drew runs off emotion too much.
I was about to say, yeah,
his
Drew's
gay shit comes out way
hothead.
too much. You being gay. You being gay.
He a hothead. Kane is the same way. He's just a little more calculated with his shit.
Way more calculated than Drew. He's way more calculated than Drew. There's no reason why you should go. You just assume that it was the Russians and go about your business.
That nigga, and then look, Monet co-signing that dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yo, your brother made the right call. We gotta follow him. After you try to tell a nigga not to do that shit, now you're gonna say he made the right call just cause it covers your ass up?
Yep.
We gonna see, man. I'm tuned in.
Kane need to push that shit all the way back. Kane need to put in the trailer for the preview for the next episode. Tyreek is wearing the ghost outfit that he used to kill people. You know, the all black with the dad hat on. So we gonna see if he gonna catch a homie or something. But I'm not. I'm off the Tariq train. I got off the train after that. Seeing the way he acted over Lauren. So this nigga really loved this. She wore a wire on this nigga, bro.
Man, you disowned the nigga, bro?
Yeah, I'm disowning him, bro. He ain't got the Corleone no more.
Nigga stripped his Corleone title and everything.
All that.
In 2 weeks. Drugs, you hear this? 2 weeks ago, this nigga was calling him
top shots of shit.
Tariq De Niro, all type of shit.
Now he's just the softest corny.
He's pussy. That nigga's butt. Word. That nigga's pussy.
Son.
He act like that over a rat, nigga. I was
fucking with Tariq this episode.
Nah, that nigga's a bum. You ain't have no smoke for Kane. You had not an argument, not nothing for Kane.
Nigga called him a bum.
He's a bum, nigga. He had nothing for him. You gonna sit there and say, well, she's a civilian. So the fuck why she demand her business, nigga? The fuck is wrong with you, nigga? You killed the whole teacher because he was spying on you. A teacher, a civilian.
This is why I fuck with Effie, bro. Effie. She was on that shit. Like, yo, we gotta get this bitch out of here, son.
Yeah, Effie not wrong.
I did that for you, bro.
And then you a corny ass nigga. You know Diana on your dick. You know Diana on your dick. Diana loves you. She loves you. She thinks you cute. She fuck with you. You went and took a full advantage of her and went and had sex with her. He's a corny nigga, bro. He's a cornball.
Yeah.
That shit was whack. Then you at the door. What up, Effie? You ugly nigga.
And yeah, that was the one point I forgot to mention. So after Effie gets disowned by the whole crew, basically, she calls Braden. He picks her up. And then she goes to before Kane pulls up on her. She goes to Diana's room to try to get her on the side. Like, yo, I know, like, we not really fucking with each other. We not cool, but you got the brains. I got the product. We could do this. And Diana opens the door after this nigga Reek just finished smashing. And he's there like, oh, hey, Effie. And she's like, well, fuck both of you. I'm out of here. And she walks off. Shout out to Power, man. Shout out to 50. We watching. Yo, Drugs, let's get into this NBA, man, to finish out this pod, man. They got a game on right now. So we got the Nets versus the Sixers live as we recording this. But as you hearing this, it will be over, clearly. But, man, this first round of the playoffs, bro, been fucking peak. This shit been great. Jamal Murray is looking like Damian Lillard in a disguise, cooking for the Nuggets.
Bro, Jamal Murray dropped like what, 46?
Yeah, 41 game, and then I forget what he had. Let me see what he had yesterday. He had 18 yesterday, but I know the game before that he had 40. He had 40 for sure the game before that. Look, Jokic with a light triple-double, 20, 12, and 11 on some regular shit. It's been a really good first round, though. I think the teams that should be leading are currently, like I said, we got a full game of We got a full day of games today for sure. So when y'all hear this on whenever you hear it, you'll have a little bit more update of where the series are. But Suns are ahead as of now. The Lakers are tied. Bucks and Heat are tied. Philly got a chance to close out the series today, which is kind of crazy, being that other teams are just on their fucking second game. I mean, just on their third game. These niggas about to close the series out. Kind of wild. Without Embiid today, what has been the most impressive team or player you've seen so far this first round, bro? Or storyline. I mean, you got a couple of storylines too as well.
I think honestly, I was fucking with the Clippers Phoenix series until Kawhi got injured, and then it was like,
see, is he injured? Clearly, he's injured. Yes,
out or whatever.
But this is the thing. Like, this is I don't want to say this is a thing, but this is what they're trying to make a thing. Stephen A. specifically, first taking the guys, just being disappointed in what Kawhi has brought to the Clippers. You know what I mean? Like,
all right,
they changed up that whole organization for the better for him and allowed him to make decisions like, yo, we want PG here, all of this shit. To now not being available for them at their biggest moments is just like, yo, damn, son, you should be playing in these games. Well, y'all already don't got PG this series. Playing the games, bro, but I mean, we don't know if he's really injured or not, but it appears to be like, yo, damn, you're letting your team down, son. And whether or not he is injured or injured enough to not play, it's going to go down in history as though you letting your team down, bro.
Yeah,
especially because you playing the Suns, you playing KD and them niggas, bro.
Right? Like, what are you even doing? Like,
even more because Westbrook is balling. Westbrook is balling, son.
Yeah.
That nigga balling. Not even
Westbrook
on some like he dropping 40.
Bro.
Yeah, and that's what I love. Like you see him and KD chirping back and forth with one another. I love seeing that shit. Then at the end of the game, they dap each other up. Like, all right, what's good, my nigga? But during the game, they talking mad shit. They talking spicy, bumping each other and shit. I like that type of shit. Kawhi should be there, son. Westbrook shouldn't be the best nigga on the team right now.
Nah.
Facts.
Nah.
But Knicks tape. I mean, Knicks is up 2-1. They actually handled the Cavs that last game. They was playing defense that game. It was a defensive game, 99-79.
What's the series on that one?
Knicks up 2-1 right now. They got one more game at home before they head back to Cleveland. They could go up 3-1 before they get back to Cleveland. I was just excited watching the game, or what I could watch, the highlights and shit, and seeing the crowd go wild. They at the Garden, and it was just me understanding, like, I know the New Yorkers, bro. I know them niggas is wild. So that crowd is full with wild boys, bro. Like, you got the side talk niggas out there after the game. You know them niggas with the mics and shit. They be out there for every New York event, just with the crowd going crazy and shit. It's like a different energy when the Knicks is in the playoffs, bro. Yeah. The city is turned. I know the city is going crazy all weekend, bro.
Bro, it's crazy because both teams are in the playoffs. So it's like,
bro.
Yeah, the city is like extra active.
And then we got a fight tonight. You know what I mean? Tank versus Ryan Garcia.
Holy shit.
By the time y'all hear this, we will know the outcome. But who you going for, buddy? Who you got?
Man, come on, man. Come on, man.
You going Tank?
My nigga Tank, man.
Funny story. Tank is part of Mayweather's crew, correct?
Or he was.
Oh, he was at one point.
Yeah.
Funny story. I'm at work yesterday, and somebody is trying to. What am I trying to say here? I'm at work, and I seen the nigga that was shipping the chain that Mayweather's gonna be wearing tonight, because Johnny was sending that shit overnight to Vegas, and like one of his runners was dropping that shit off at FedEx. So I seen the nigga. This is a thing where, you know, I think this is a man thing. You know how niggas just, without you asking, without you wondering what they doing, just try to like inform you on what they got going on? So the nigga in the store is telling everybody, oh yeah, this right. And mind you, this is at the end of the day. So niggas is letting them know, like, yo, you ain't got that much time. If you actually want to ship that, bro, you gotta hurry up. Like, the nigga's leaving. So He there telling niggas, oh yeah, so you see this one right here, this is for Mayweather, this is for tomorrow for the event. Niggas is like, yo, we don't care, bro. Do you want to ship it or not, my nigga? Like, what the fuck is up? He there like, yo,
Man,
this
I'd
is
be like,
for
yo,
Mayweather.
word? I'm like, word, that's it right there? That's some 50 bricks right there? And that nigga with the take that shit like that. It'd be the scene from Paid in Full, nigga. Word.
Oh yeah, treat that nigga like can't take that nigga into the corner. So yo, let me that's Mayweather shit right there. Man, that shit was funny though. Just like, yo, bro, you excited over a chain that you shipping for another nigga? It was just like, all right, bro. But that fight, man, I'm inside tonight, fellas. Well, I'm inside and I'm outside. If I could find a spot to go watch the fight and be outside, I will. But if not, I'm in the crib with some brews. I mean, me and Twan, we posted.
Either way, I'm watching this fight.
Nah, no cap. Either way. Shout out to the Knicks. Knicks and Nets, give me high five. The Lakers, they tie 1-1. I want to see what they do. This their first game at home.
Oh,
Pretty interesting first round, though, man. Interesting first round.
very interesting.
Dylan Brooks trolling LeBron. How you feel about that? We ain't never seen that really happen.
I don't care specifically about trolling LeBron, but bring back that energy in the league,
Yeah.
bro. Like, you know what I'm
No
saying?
more friendly shit. We tired of
Yeah,
the
man.
friendly shit.
Yeah, bro. It's
Biggest
the playoffs,
friends,
too.
dapping each other up, hugging and shit. Punch a
Yeah,
nigga in
bro.
the face if you have to, nigga. Just one
Niggas,
time.
niggas will that be in mid game, bro, and go give a nigga dap on the next
Kick a
team.
nigga up off the floor and shit. Stay there, bro.
Yeah, bro. Mid game, I'm not giving you no dap mid game, bro. After the game, that's cool, but it be wildin', bro. But
Y'all see this right here? I ain't gonna read it. They gonna see it on the shit, but just look at this. This is kind of funny coming from this nigga.
what's that? Stop
See the head?
watching NBA because of BLM slogans in 2020. Phil Jackson?
Yeah. Coming from him, I don't know why that's just funny.
Eh,
Phil Jackson doesn't watch NBA anymore because it's too political. That sounds like a nigga that's upset about something, son. We don't.
Bro.
Why we care that you stop watching the NBA?
I mean,
it's
kind of a
more.
big
It's more
deal.
to that.
He's a legendary coach, bro. So it's kind of a big deal. But
It's a big
mean,
deal only
clearly
because he
he's-
made it a big deal.
yeah,
Nobody cared what this nigga thought prior to him saying this shit.
but who cares about what any of these niggas think? When
True,
any of
but
them
he
speak.
knows if he says some shit, it's gonna be a headline. So
Right.
that's where I'm coming from. Like, he knew this was gonna be a headline at this point now, the playoffs, the biggest time for the NBA. This comes off as a nigga that got wronged or he didn't like how something went down. He got a beef. I want to say this about the league so they could get traction on what I feel at this moment. He could have said this at any time, bro. He could have said this at the beginning of the season. Why right now? It's just marketing and shit. Like, who knows? But
Right.
I'm tuned in. Quick shout out just to end the pod before we get up out of here. Shout out to Martin Lawrence. He got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame finally. I mean, goddamn. How long did it take? My man Martin got a Hollywood star finally. And I like that his people was there. Like, you know what I mean? Cole. No. I think I seen Cole there.
Pam was there.
Pam was there for sure. R.I.P. Tommy.
No Gina?
Gina wasn't there. No.
Man, they don't fuck with each other in real life.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Yeah.
it's clear now.
Yeah.
Throughout all of the reunions they try to do, it's very clear that they do not fuck with each other.
Yeah. They don't.
Just it's okay. Whatever. D-Ray was there too. That's who I seen. D-Ray, Afion Crockett, like the people we fuck with, the guys. It was all there, man. Shout out to Martin. Finally got a star on the Walk of Fame. Long overdue.
Shout out to
Very
Martin, man.
long overdue. Shout out to Martin. Shout out to Quinta Brunson and Abbott. They season finale went recently. I'm not sure how much y'all have been keeping up, but
I haven't kept up at all.
we just finally see this last episode because you know the whole overlying thing. Quinta, Janine, and Greg's character are like the Pam and Jim of The Office. They like each other, but they don't want to tell each other. Then they start getting closer. We see this episode. spoiler alert, but Quinta and Greg finally, they're on like a school trip. Greg finally lets her know, like, I like you, yo. Like, and she lets him know too, I like you as well. I've always blah, blah, blah. But they don't get together for reasons that I can't remember right now. I think Janine was telling him, like, yo, oh, this is what it was. Somebody mentioned something to her. I think it was Vince's character. Because, you know, they dated for a while. Vince came to her and let her know, like, yo, you kind of fucked up. Like, what you did to me wasn't right. So now she's dealing with that, and she's dealing with her own personal shit. And as Greg tells her, and they exchange that we like each other information, she's like, yo, I like you, but I can't do this because I'm still working on myself. So we see that whole angle as the season ends. Pretty cool. Shout out to Abbott. Shout out to Wiz. Wiz was on Drink Champs. I got to check that out.
Yeah, I'm definitely tuned into that.
Check that shit out. It was a cool clip that came out where somebody from the crew on Drink Champs gave Wiz some haze, like some OG haze, and they handed it to him on screen, and he looks at it like, yo, this is actual haze. And he started joking like, yo, I know this is the real shit because this ain't even got no label or nothing on it. This is drug dealer weed. Y'all niggas got this straight from a dealer just now. That shit was pretty funny. Pretty cool. And finally, back to NBA. Shout out to Dame. Dame was at the Nets game, half courtside, chilling on some.
My nigga Dame.
Like, yeah, I'm out here, nigga. Courtside. NY. You know what I mean? Brooklyn. Not even the Knicks game. I'm at the Nets game.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that was fire. And and shout out last. This is specific to Houston. Shout out to my nigga Dende. I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. He's an artist. He's an R&B singer. He is a young nigga from out here in the H, but this nigga Budden, this is the second time actually on the JBP. He was a sleeper song on there. This is the second time. Ish played his song once. It was him featured on another nigga song, no, but this last episode, this nigga Joe played a song from his new project, 95 Civic. Shit fire. Quick story. I don't know the nigga that well. I know him like personally, but I don't speak to him every day. But I did a show with him probably like 4 years ago when I was trying to do my music shit as an artist. Did a show with the nigga. That's how I met him. Stayed in touch. Like, we was planning on working on music. But I could see from then that he was just into making sure out of all of this bullshit throughout the industry, I'm just going to stick to it and try to come up. And fast forward 4 years later, the nigga, he's actually like on right now. So this is cool to see. And you got a shout out in the JBP. So that was pretty dope. Shout out to my nigga Dende. Shout out, Brody. Shout out to the H. But let's get the fuck up out of here, man. It's time to go.
Yes, sir.
It's time to go. Mars,
It's time.
out,
You
man.
bitch ass niggas, you bitch ass bitches, you real ass niggas, and you real ass bitches.
hoes.
You hoes, you bitches, you slutbags, you skeezers, you punk ass niggas, you cum guzzlers.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it got dark real quick. All right, get the fuck out of here. It's episode 57. It's in the motherfucking bag, son. You know what I mean? Yeah, see y'all niggas next week with that gangster fire.
We'll be back next week for episode 58.
Crack,
Bitch,
crack.
chill.
Crack.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.